This freaked me out when I started. What the hell? What has happened to my game? What has happened to my game? So, hello everyone. My name is Rebecca and welcome back to my Pixel Quest. Welcome back to me. I got a startle when I started this game up. I mean, normally I start on this title screen, right? So I begin the game, I start recording, I do a test record, and then I start recording for real, and you know, as you guys know, we then go into the game from this title screen together. Now, I knew to expect this whole blue title screen, but what I didn't expect is that the sound would change as the game was starting up, because this entire title screen soundscape has changed. When I saw this at the end of the last day, it was silent, as it always is, so I didn't have any music. Anyway, so my mouth, my jaw fell to the floor, and I was like, what? My game's gone a little bit sick? Like, why am I being disturbed like this? So I quickly quit and came back in and just recorded really quickly. Just so we could have that moment together. Anyway, it's wonderful to have you back here. I am so excited to go into Dare Mode Day 2, and who knows how many days, right? The first one was always going to take a long time because that was my, as I spent ages talking to you about yesterday, that was my first experience to go into any new version of this game, to go into any fresh version of the estate, of the timeline, of the house, of the profile. Now we've done it, so that obviously I'm going to continue having that experience in its own way, but in a sense that's the thing that's going to that's the fresh experience that will still be the case in curse mode, in any subsequent days I do in Dare mode, any subsequent attempts at Dare mode, and even going into the trophies, so as we go, and as I just get used to this dynamic of a new house and how it works, I think we're gonna have much quicker days up ahead. And you guys have experienced me doing some quick days. I just now need to learn how to do that in an entirely new house context. So I think I'm curious just to click on this, all right? Oh, isn't that cool? Because I've never seen this. Wow. Oh, my original game gets its own extremely neat dynamic. Okay. Restore from backup. I'm obviously... Oh, I can't even click it. Okay. I don't know I don't know exactly how to use that there, but look at that. That's so handsome. That's so handsome. Now it's like a game, right? Now it's like so many other games. We get a little save file graphic with all of our bits and bobs, all of our things we did. 11 trophies, 7 letters, 94 allowance, 121 stars. Look at that lovely little I don't know what you call those things, the little blue award ribbon that we get from reaching room 46, I dare say. I wonder though if that one represents blue room 46, or if even regular room 46 looks that way. I don't know. I'm curious. 491 hours, which isn't going to be strictly correct, as I've said many times before. I have probably a handful of times had to leave this game on overnight. Back when I was having very unexpectedly long days. I've over time learned my lesson, and there's no way I start playing Blueprints late in the day, so I've got time, right? So, but there'll be a bunch of hours that are not actually play hours in there. Yeah, and obviously all of our, the things I haven't thought about in a long time, the areas that we've opened up are permanent additions, and though interestingly, only 4 of the permanent additions, which is, yeah, kind of interesting, and the inner sanctum realms. So here, 1 star, 2 red letters, and just 2 of the permanent additions. Okay. And so I can also have 2 new games in here, which is interesting. Oh man, that's so cool. I love that. I'm so tickled to see the tiniest little things in this game that I've never seen, To get an entirely new graphic is so thrilling. Let's go into day 2. All right. Now, I had so many very, very, very interesting and important experiences in the last episode. As I said, I didn't do any planning before the last episode. I've done a little bit of planning before this episode. Now that I've sort of had that first experience, I just noticed that says Dare to. Hello, Swimbird. Yeah, it says Dare to in the corner. That's a touch. I didn't actually notice that yesterday. Okay. All right. So, I thought I was gonna have a look at this, and the second dare wouldn't have appeared because I thought I probably have to go to the table to pick it up. Aha! I dare you to press only correct numbers in the billiard room. What? Now, surely this game knows me. It's actually, I'm now convinced this game has recorded specific unique things about my playthrough. And it knows, oh God, if billiard room wasn't stressful enough for me as it is. Okay, no, I think I can do it. It's just going to make me more stressed, and it's just going to make me double and triple check, right? But I think if we're careful and we double and we triple check, I think again, we can manage this one. Well done, game. Well done, game. Tricky dares. I freaking dare you. I love it. I really so enjoying this mode. I know I'm gonna get so much fun out of this, not just immediately, but like into the future. I love doing these challenges, and I love that, like, while I'm a wee little, baby Simon here on day 2, and I'm learning these dynamics as I go. I know that I will learn these dynamics, and I will learn from, like, my mistakes and things like that, and I'm going to get better and better and better at doing this, and it's going to become, it's going to be so fun to skill up at this, right? On that note, just let me tell you a couple. I've done sort of like, let's say 4 different little areas of planning here. The first one is just thinking about the basics. The goal is to reach room 46 on day 4 or beyond, I think. So, working back from that, what do we need to achieve? Well, we need to get that north lever open. So what does that north lever require? What are the ways? Excuse me. What are the ways I can get that north lever open? I have come up with 4 different ways to get the north lever open, I think. One of which is my favorite. First off is whatever we need to do to go down to the inner sanctum and open that north lever. I think that's a crappy way that I don't, quite frankly, I don't want to do if I can help it. It might be the way I have to do it. It might be the way I have to rely on it, but I don't want to do it because it's, I've been sitting here trying to remember exactly the way all of that needs to work. And the thing is, I did this like really in the beginning to mid, let's say, section of my playthrough. And even that was a long, long time ago. I haven't needed to worry about any of that for a really long time. it requires, at a minimum, it requires powering the pump room so that we can move some of the water into the reserve tank. Okay, that's cool. I'm on board with that. The thing I cannot recall is kind of exactly the way that things work between draining the fountain and using, getting the basement key from the antechamber, opening that basement key door down there beyond the fountain. How necessary that is compared to getting to the reservoir via the tomb, where you still need to adjust the reservoir level in order to take the boat across. Like, is that enough, or do I need to do both of those things? That's kind of what I can't quite remember. I think it's just one, because essentially the fountain gets you to the starting position of the boat anyway. So I don't think you need to you need to change the reservoir level to get across. You need to take the boat across, right? You need to do that. But I don't know if the fountain... So I think the fountain, the way I'm understanding is I think the fountain is an alternative to the tomb, essentially. Either way, it's complicated. I then need to do the cog, and I suppose I can't 100% remember. I think I can just go there and do the cog puzzle. But I do know that doing the cog puzzle from memory requires being able to reach the what are we calling them? The little switches. You need to reach them from at least two different directions. One of which is getting to the other side of the reservoir, basically on the boat, or through the basement, and getting through the bookshelf in the basement is its own thing, because you need to get the power hammer to open. You need to get the power hammer to open you can't go straight down the foundation. The elevator will be inaccessible, so you need to go actually through the basement, which means getting the power hammer to smash open the boards. Then you go through, and then the bookshelf is blocking it, so you need to do the whole puzzle with moving all of the rolly trolleys. And I actually can't remember if that switch that you need to reach on the wall needs to be powered by I don't think it needs to be powered by the boiler room. I think you can just switch it. But either way, it's so complex, and there's multiple things, and I can't 100% recall exactly how they work together. I think there's a few different ways to do it. But anyway, the point is that's a lot of things, and I find it too complicated, and I really don't want to do it. I think the other way is that I magically managed to get lucky enough to find an upgrade disc that happens to be the Cloister upgrade that gets me the Arindia upgrade to Cloister, which I can then use to open antechamber doors randomly. The second random antechamber open door thing I can think of is to get the satellite dish going so that we get the sinker experiments, and one of the experiments is to do an experiment to open antechamber doors. So I think there's kind of those two sort of alternative ways to get the north lever open. But my primary main, the one I really want to actually throw myself into is accessing throne room, which we need to get the microchips for, and all of that relies on powering the lab and powering the garage. For whatever reason, I don't know, that just seems easier to me. That seems more manageable. It seems simpler. I like it. And then once we get throne room, the north lever is within our grasp. I like it. Anyway, that's something I've been thinking through. I will do the reservoir if I have to. I don't love it. I can't explain it. The other thing I've tried to think through, even though these are just nice bonuses, I think, but I've tried to sit down and think to myself, where are upgrade disc locations? I was able to think of Ladyship's Chamber. I can remember, that I thought quite a lot about the upgrade disc in Ladyship's Chamber because I made a mistake with that for a long time. So I know that there's one in there. I know that we can trade one in Trading Post with either the Ornate Compass or maybe it's just showroom items. I'm not sure, but that's a possibility. I think also in Trading Post we find one when we explode the dynamite, which we need like burning glass for. I am pretty sure there's one in Tomb, which we also need burning glass for because we need to light the candles that are just as you enter on the left, I think. I think there might be 2 in Archives because we've got a drawer that we access in Archives from the laundry key, and both of these are dig spots, and the other one in the patio. Keys that we find buried in those 2 rooms. I do remember that there's one sitting in Torch Room, and I think one of the reasons that's easy for me to remember is because I've hardly done anything in Torch Room. So when I picture Torch Room, I'm like, in fact, it might even have been my first upgrade disc. Because I have so few memories of Torch Room, basically. So there's that. I'm pretty sure there's one that we find in one of the vault, with one of the vault keys. But I don't have which. I didn't write that particular detail down, I don't think. I know that there's one in Morning Room. And again, this is sort of like Torch Room. Because I've done so few things in Morning Room, I have a distinct memory that we go into Morning Room and it's sitting on that little shelf to the right-hand side. I'm pretty sure there was one that we eventually found behind a mechanarium door. I am also a little fuzzy. I don't actually remember it, but I think there must be one that we are able randomly to purchase in Commissary. I don't actually remember buying an upgrade disc in Commissary, but what I do remember is many times getting a glitched out upgrade disc in Commissary. So I'm like, there must be one there. The rest that I have, the 3 more that I have written down here on this list, so it's not comprehensive. I couldn't remember myself, but I just went and checked the announcement that we get from Kimberly where she gives us a bunch of them. And so through that I was able to get that, all right, there's one in Great Hall, so it must be just behind one of the doors. There's one in Garage. I can't remember exactly where it is, but it's probably in the car or in the back of the car. And there's one in Freezer, which I also can't remember, but I'm guessing it's probably in the back room, which obviously we would need to Thor with Freezer to access. So that's just me having an attempt at this by memory and by Kimberly, let's say. None of those things are necessary. It's just that I could look, I have 2 up in the top right hand corner. I got 2 gems now, which I had to spend, yesterday earning. I need all the help I can get. So if I can randomly get upgrades, they might just be a help. The other thing that would be a help is any allowance tokens I am able to get. Again, permanent help, right? I know that there are allowance tokens behind every Inner Sanctum door, so they require the Inner Sanctum keys, and I have a nice list of the even if I can't remember them all off by hand, I have a nice list of the Inner Sanctum keys that comes from room 46, so that's great. So there's one in Throne Room, there's one in room 46, so that's no good to me. There's one that you get late in Music Room, etc., in a few places like that, right? And I think in Mechanarium, because it was the last door of 8, right? That was the thing I think that was my last Inner Sanctum key, right? I spent ages getting stuff like that. I know there's one in room 8. It's probably kind of tricky, but yeah, probably less tricky than many of the other things I've mentioned. I know that you can get them from various trades in Trading Post. I know that there's one in Master Bedroom because I always remember that there's a Morajai box in there. And I know that there's one at the end of a northward tunnel, which I don't know if it specifically comes from drafting a full 8 tunnels northward, or if it's simply hitting the wall, hitting the top wall. So I'm not sure about that. Anyway, those are some things I've just been trying to recall for myself so I can have these kind of notes here. The other thing I was thinking of is, where are my other found rooms? I think I can remember them all. I mean, Study Safe will give us the last one I found in my playthrough, for example. Though I don't know, you know, like I am also thinking like, how useful will they be to me? One of the ones I really wish I could get that would be a huge benefit is Treasure Trove. Treasure Trove, of course, I remember we get by getting the boiler room box turned on and also getting access down into the underground. Yeah, so it in itself is a bit laborious, but I'm just kind of keeping that in mind. Other than that, it's like we already have a couple of them. Lost and Found, I think, in my playthrough was my very first one that we just get from digging in the basement. So I'm cool with that one. But then again, do I actually want Lost and Found? I'm not sure. I'm not sure that I want to mess with it. It's a problem, right? Certainly a problem early in a playthrough. I can handle it in my other playthrough. I am advanced Mecha Simon. I've got ways to make Lost and Found extremely useful to me, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, anyway, so those are just some things. This is my first time to be doing planning like this, and it's been fun to suddenly push my memory to thinking about how a lot of this stuff that for me is much more early to mid playthrough stuff that I really don't necessarily have a good memory of. It's been fun to see where I can go with all of that. But yeah, so I think for today, yeah, there we go. All right, so we don't actually have to click on this to get our thing. So we've just got to remember no fruit, and we must do a correct billiard room if we do it at all. But we probably will need to, because yesterday I was undone by keys. Yesterday I experienced key death, good old key death. So yeah, I don't know. There's little bits and pieces of other, thinking I've been doing, but I think that's the main thing. So I would really like, the number one thing I would super like to achieve is powering garage, which is either with the utility room, which I think is my preferred method, or with the boiler room. God, I wish I had my electric eel aquarium. And powering lab is the other thing. Now, there are also a couple of hints that I've had in the remos that I think are useful. Like I mentioned yesterday, one of them is the dynamic of if you have less than 2 gems, you're much more likely to draft a study from library and things like that. That said, with so few gems, at my disposal, like, I don't know, study has sort of much more limited, potential. This all makes getting the treasure map so much more useful. Being able to dig a coffer, and whether you get money or gems or both, early game, that's huge, right? And also, I probably haven't fully internalized all the ways to think about this yet, but one of the remos is furnace garage and ducts gain special importance in advanced game modes. And I mean, I can already I'm like, these are critical. These are critical. So we'll see. We'll see how we go. Let's get into it. Whew. Okay, one sec. Great. At least we've got more steps today because of our apple orchard, and we have 2 gems to our name to begin the day. So that's nice. That's nice. I just, quite frankly, I think hallway is the way to go here. Corridor is definitely, like, the power of corridor being always unlocked is more useful later. More useful in the upper ranks where things are more likely to be locked. So this is a great starting room. Boy, I wish I had my corner redraws, but I don't. I do not. So do I want to go just a good old storeroom here again? Yes, I think I do. Because I simply need resources. Felt like we picked that up really quickly. Felt like it absolutely flew into our hands. Hey, Swimbird, wish me luck. No sledgehammer today, but at least, you know, at least we have got that microchip access. But yeah, getting the other microchip requires getting the west path open. We need the west path. We need it. I need it. I really, really, really want to see garage today. Okay, 2 gems right at the start of the day is harsh. So once again, on this very same spot, I'm going to put spare room here just to get us ahead. We're probably not even getting items in there. I don't know. I'm going to dip out here and do... Aha. That's a tricky selection. So dead end, or like wasting one of the exits from den. Otherwise, they all have use. They all have use. I'm thinking I might put guest bedroom here, simply to get the steps, quite frankly, and then, you know, do my best from the other side of entrance hall. Okay, and we get a gem there, so that's good. Okay, hey Swimbird, wish me luck. I'm just gonna pick it up because I have so few things. There's no danger of losing it in Lost and Found right now, so... Okay, this is good. The great thing is drawing room is already gem neutral because we've got that safe open. So we won't be gaining a gem, but we won't be losing it. Of course, Nook is the other very good option here because I was... I ended my days today with a key problem, but I'm going to go drawing room. I like the fact that I can go straight into the corner, and obviously we do get some degree of redrawing here. All right, so that I know whether I can waste my corner on a dead end or not, I'm going to draft here first to make sure that I can advance. Okay. Pantry's not bad. I could risk a redraw. We do get a free one. I'm going to do it. Okay. Probably much worse options. All right. Well, I'm going to do corridor then. Because, again, these are 2 dead ends. I need to be able to move forward. Yeah, corridor it is. Despite what I said about... You know, it would be much better to be able to use corridor later, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, let's see what we can get here then. I mean, it would probably... Look, as good as this is, and yes, we could use a redraw, given the trouble I had yesterday, maybe we should just already put utility closet here. I mean, my goal has to be garage today. It's got to be a really serious goal. And this is a problem solver in many regards. Okay, Key? Coin? Damn it, just deer. Just a stag. I still cannot 100% remember, like, how all of this works. I might need to come back here after actually drafting these rooms, but oh, and also we don't have the key card yet. Oh, this is another thing I can't remember, right? In fact, I'm literally just pulling my laptop screen a little closer to read this danger note. Toggling of breaker switches may result in unexpected loss of floor plan functionality. Please call DC power. Okay, all right. It doesn't actually explain. I'm sure that you know that the problem I have is I can't recall if I need to do the keycard entry system off before. I think I need to do it after I've already made the change in security, because I think the default in security is that the doors lock. I need to switch it to unlock before I make this change. Yep. So that's what I'm going to go with. I could be wrong, but that's how I believe it works. Whew. But we've already got utility closet. Even if I only get one, if I get one thing today and it's powering garage or it's powering lab, huge achievement for the day. But obviously the other thing that's so fascinating, like I love the way that Dare mode is set up, because obviously the more you can do in your first day, the better, because each day gets harder. So the more you can do in day 1 or even day 2, when the conditions are simpler, much better. Because if you get everything set up to get into room 46, like let's say all you need to do to get into room 46 is to, open at least one of the antechamber doors, open a north lever, and access antechamber. If those are the conditions that you need to meet, and you're able to meet them on day 4, when all 4 of your dares are released, that's got to be the ideal day 4, right? It's just the minimum needs to be achieved. If you're still trying to get West Path open and things like that on day 4, you've got 4 dares, creating such a big limitation for you. So I love it. It's such a great design. It's such a great design of a game mode. I'm gonna have so much fun with this. All right. Well, since we're here, we might as well continue up from here. Okay. I gotta be careful not to use up my gems. So I might put pantry here to get some money. Kitchen's good, but I got no money to spend in it anyway, and it would use up a gem. I like that it goes to the east, but I think this is manageable. I think pantry. We don't eat the apple. We don't go near the apple. Apples are bad. Oh, okay. Well, security's so good, I might need to take it here. And I am so curious to see, like, we're probably gonna, I would guess we're gonna get our security cutscene, right? Because we got the intro to the game, all of that. I think we're gonna get all of the usual cutscenes in their places. It's a bit of a waste of the 3-door thing. It costs a gem, but I think everything about security is really useful, because we can immediately just pop back into utility closet. Like, we can set, yep, I'm so close to choosing security, but let me just have one little, let me breathe, everybody. Nook is also in many ways a really great option. Nook is a great option because I've only got one key. I'm just concerned that I didn't even see security yesterday. But then again, my day ended because of keys. I think, despite all of my excitement, I think I'm going to put Nook here. One key is just so harsh. Okay. Now, if we were to get security here, that's perfect. God, I would really like some items as well. That would be good. Okay, Den is very, very, very good. Den is very good here. 100% Den. Okay, we might even need to think about turning back and going from other spare room at some point, but let us progress. Hello, Den. I would love if you had the treasure map for me, or a trunk or anything. Okay, so let's go this way. It's tricky to, I see. Glad I got those keys. Oh boy. Oh my god. Really? You're doing this to me now? Am I being punished for not picking security? I might go from spare room. I mean, we've got more steps today, which is good. So I just think I've got to be careful with my locked door situation. I've also got to keep reminding myself, like, look, Rebecca, there might be keys and things around. You don't have metal detector to help you out, you know? Okay. Key. Money. A coin. A single coin. Anything? Nope. Please don't be locked. Okay. All right. Parlor is good. We could get a couple of extra gems. Locker, unfortunately, pool is so much less useful for me. It's critical if you're going for pump room, of course, and the other rooms that come from it are very, very, very good. But without the trunks in it, which I literally can't get because gift shop is out. You know, there's a bunch of rooms that are just out, and gift shop is out in this mode. There's no pool trunks. It sucks. So, pool's unfortunately, it's still really important, but it's had a big downgrade, unfortunately for me. But it's still a very useful, if nothing else, it's a very useful 3-door room. Yeah. Pump room, obviously, very, very, very important, though it's not my priority today. I'm going to try for garage and lab. So boiler room is a priority. So I think parlor. Yeah, I think we'll try and go forward from parlor. Pool doesn't help me exit-wise here, so we'll go parlor. We'll get the gem. Key. Key. No, Matt Holly. Symbol. You know, magnifying glass is useful. Magnifying glass is great. Like, I do have that I would still love to get the satellite dish up because I think the extra experiments could be useful in many, many different ways. So you getting magnifying glass, metal detector, and workshop would be great. Okay, let's see what we've got here. The blue box contains the gems. I'm just going to start making notes here so I can get through this. Let's say this is true, and in that case, the gems are in the blue box. Let's say this is true. This box is the black box. No, it's not. This is 100% a false box. So, but that doesn't tell us whether this is true or false, but this box is the one. No, that tells us it's false. So nevertheless, this works out. We have a true, false, false, and the true box tells us that the gems are in here. So this is a workable scenario. Let's say then, I mean, no, this is the only scenario, isn't it? Because this is false, and this is false. So it's simply that. This has to be true. Thank you. Okay, I forget. Yeah, they are quite simple. They are quite simple beings at this stage, which is nice. Gems. Two fabulous gems for me. Thank you. Great. Thank you, Herbert. Am I allowed to call you Herbert on day 2? Are we there yet? All right. Well, these two these are day enders, so no, it has to be West Wing Hall. Easy choice. Easy choice. Now, the great thing is that this could be anything. Key, coin. This could be anything, and it could be a dead-end room of some sort. I mean, it's a perfect place to put a dead-end room. Nursery, for somebody who can't eat fruit, has original nursery, right? It has great importance for step gains. But I could also just simply put observatory here. They're both a single gem. So we're on We're only on like we'll only be on like 2 stars today anyway, right? Which is just going to get me some steps. But it's more about building up for the next days and all of that. So I think I'll balance nursery. We put nursery here. There we go. We got some nursery steps. I don't know why I'm going in slowly. It's been a long time since I've seen original nursery. Huh. Now the Remos told us that no children have ever, you know, slept in this room. So it feels like a sad... Oh, so good. Thank you, nursery. These are so precious to me in this mode. Oh my god. Like more than... They're always precious to me, but like so much so now. So much so. Yeah, so it's quite sad. In fact, I haven't even been able to look at this because this is one of the... Some of the upgrade rooms didn't change or only slightly altered their description. This one, I think, was completely altered. One of the few rooms you vividly remember. Oh my god, it's been so long since I've seen this. So this now feels like a wild revelation. Just, sorry, I'm hanging on the first half of this sentence, but it's such a pointed piece of Simon lore. One of the few rooms you vividly remember from your visits here in your youth. That's so interesting. It's just so interesting that it's because it essentially says there are only a few rooms that you vividly remember from when you visited here previously. That's so cool. I would wonder what the others are. And of course, why? Why is this the one that Simon vividly remembers? Well, let's read on. Though even at that time, you remember feeling a little old for the activities provided here. The twin cribs found in this room might suggest that at one point in time there had been some hopeful expectations of a sudden growth of the family tree. Right. Might suggest that at one point in time there had been some hopeful expectations of a sudden growth of the family tree. I wonder if this is the extent of the information that tells us that no children ever slept in this room. Or it could be another, it also could be, because nursery is an upgrade room, it could be another version of a nursery. I'm so curious to find out the lore in the other upgrades eventually. But yeah, that in itself is very fascinating. Very fascinating. I'm going to take a photo of it because I haven't been able to see this in a really long time. Cool. Thank you, nursery. Honestly, in hindsight, it may be a more... Hello, my phone's not turning back on. Hello. Did you just die? Did my phone just die? Sorry, everyone. I'm using it as a timer. Hello, phone. My phone is dead. I can't revive it. That's very annoying. Okay, because I might need to take a photo of something else at some point. It did turn off. It's turning back on again now. Okay. Yeah, nursery might actually be more useful to me than the green nursery ended up being in hindsight. Alright, well... Now we have high hopes for this spot, but if not, I've got 2 keys and 2 other locked doors I can go through. Well, it's probably best I put garage here, right? Like, otherwise, what am I doing here? What am I here in this day for, if not to achieve this very freaking thing? I think it's worth it. And also, we get 3 keys from this spot. Garage, please. Yes. Yes, this is the perfect thing. Okay. So we do need to go back to utility closet, but that's all fine. That's all fine. We can do that. Give me these keys. I need them. Oh, wait. No. We just need... Every time I forget I need to press the button. Ah, great. Yes. Yes. Oh, it's going to be so extra good if we can find the car keys today, but this is the main thing. I feel almost as excited having done this now as the first time I did this. Oh, my victory music. My victory music. This is so good. Sorry. I'm just going to enjoy this a little bit. This is so good. This is such great music. I love that at first, this music has a real feeling of like blessing. You feel blessed. You will always feel blessed in this moment, and that music conveys that perfectly. This is what we need to do. Open! There's no reason we couldn't have done that from the other side, but okay. I haven't even seen this graphic in so long. I've probably only ever seen it once. Oh, such good memories. Is my phone back on? I want to take a photo of this as well. Because I'm not sure that I ever did. In fact, I am sure that I never did. I'm sure that I never did it. Because I would have seen it a billion times in my phone photos if I had. That is so good. The West Gate has been permanently unlocked. I'm so thrilled. This was one of my 2 big plans for today. Freaking checked. And I got to do it in my preferred way with the utility room as well. Yeah, but the other great thing about this music, just to continue my thought, outer room, is it then goes into this cool, we can dig here as soon as we get the shovel. Hey birds. It goes into this lovely, cool, jazzy comfort. I would say it goes from like a feeling of blessing and excitement, like gentle excitement, freedom, to comfort, happiness and comfort. And to be honest, that really perfectly sums up my feelings about everything that we've just done. Okay. Now, what outer room would we like, everybody? What would we like? This I didn't think through. I hadn't thought through. Let's look at all of this loveliness here. I'm probably just going to take something in the first draft that we get anyway, because I don't really. I don't have any big enough plans that there's a very, very, very specific outer room that I want to get. However, let's think through this. Trading post, excellent, right? It means I can try. I have ways to try to get even things like dice and keys and gems, right? But then other more core useful items. It gives us options. It's a big option giver, and also might even mean I can get an upgrade disc. Probably not. I'm not going to be able to afford anything in showroom for a long time, so I don't think I'm going to be able to trade, ornate compasses or anything like that. But there is a chance I could get burning glass, and if we can get burning glass, we can explode trading post and we can get an upgrade disc from that. It's just a nice bonus. It's not hugely necessary, but I think I need all the help I can get. So I like that. But then tomb is one of the other obvious things, right? We could get... If I got tomb, I can definitely do the angel thing. We can get down... We can at least get down to the front of the reservoir. What we could also do, I think, with no problem, I'm just trying to imagine how this worked. God, this music is so lovely. Oh, man. When I eventually, let myself listen to just the soundtrack of this game, this could be one of the things I listen to a lot. Just sounds like a nice thing to put on for hours, right? Comfort music, calm down music. Tomb. So I think there would, if I did that, there would be no barrier to me getting into the torch chamber as well. Torch room, I think. And then I'm pretty sure there will be an upgrade disc waiting for us. That sounds really good. Hovel, I don't think I need. I can't recall. Like, first off, I don't think I... Hovel could be a way of getting out of a sticky situation. I know that you can probably use this gem to step thing, like, really, really well. And I would like to get good at that. I'd like to be comfortable with using that as a strategy. But I don't think I'm there yet, so I don't think it's what I would like to go with. Shrine, obviously, could be really good. Shrine could be really good because it can set up something very helpful over my next few days. I would obviously need to do a low-cost shrine blessing, but that could be a really good one. So I think between shrine and trading post and tomb, those are really good options. Other than that, yeah, maybe not hovel. What is it called? Tool shed, just great. Like, just two items is big. 2 items is a big thing for me at this stage of the game, right? That's a good one. I like that. And shelter. Shelter's good as well, just because of the protection from... So we get another gem, you know, that's fine. I'm trying to think actually how the shelter's safe... Like, I remember we have to set the date and the time, but can I set it for today, is what I was trying to remember. I think I might have even done that the first time. I know that I didn't really have any issue because I was taking so many notes on dates and figuring dates out and things like that. It turned out to be extremely useful for very quickly being able to get shelter open. So I think I maybe can do it on the same day that I get shelter. Anyway, but that's only a gem as far as we get shelter. All right. And then there's... Look, I think I've got a good suite of... Oh, root cellar. All right. If I don't want to use my redraws here... The problem is I don't know that I'm actually going to be able to get... I don't know that I'm going to be able to get... shovel today. So root cellar could be really, really, really good, but also could be a waste. Tool shed will just be simple and good. Yeah, and I'm not going to go hovel. So on this selection, it's between those two. Schoolhouse is the other one. That's right. Yeah. I don't think so. So yeah. Or do I do a redraw? And if I did a redraw, I can't guarantee myself a particular room, but I can guarantee myself one of the particular rooms I'm the most interested in, i.e., shrine, tomb. No, actually I can't. I could do a redraw and not get... Because I might get... or trading post, sorry. Shrine, tomb, or trading post, yes, I could guarantee myself one of those. But I don't know which one. It's just a real guess. It's just a real guess as to what will be the most useful. I've got to remember that the other benefit of tomb is simply the money, which I keep forgetting. You know what? I think I've convinced myself I'm gonna use a redraw. It's so silly. I got all 3 of the ones I'm the most interested in. Okay, all right. I don't regret that. But now the question is which? Shrine could set up the next few days with something really useful. Tomb, it could even be an opportunity to get you know, to start opening up the north lever, which I didn't really want to do, but it could also be an opportunity for an upgrade disc, as could this. But then Trading Post has all of those other benefits. Yeah. Alright, let me just have a think. If I were going to go with Shrine, now I don't have much money, and it might be, you know, it might cause me problems obviously to use my money for a blessing, but I really like the fact that it goes for a few days. That's the main thing that I need. I know I could get Blessing of the Chef. I know what that is. That's 7 coins, right? I know that, in fact, I'm going to pull it up. I think 1 coin is Blessing of the Dancer, which is also pretty useful at this stage in the game. And I think that Gardener was 5 coins. And I have a feeling, did I even try 3 coins at one point? Maybe not. So if I were to go between those 3, well, I can't even do a 7 coin blessing right now. Maybe even just putting 1 coin in and having the dancer for, I think it's the dancer for 3 days. That could be good. Like, that could make other things easier. Sorry, I'm just gonna make sure I actually eyeball my notes on this. Here we go. 1 coin dancer for 3 days. I could also guess. I could just try a new one that I haven't tried, but I'm kind of don't mind that. That's just 1 coin. Like, that wouldn't even hugely impact my day. I think I'm going to go Shrine, because I like that this is something that will be helpful in future days as well. Take it. There we are. Alright. So we can pay gems to spin floor plans. It's a significant cost, yes, but what I like about this is it's an option. It goes for 3 days, and it only took me 1 coin to get that. The other, you know, now that we have this here, those other rooms become available tomorrow, the day after, the day after that. This is great. This is great. Good start. Good start. I'm happy with this hustle. Okay. Now we really want to get Shovel, because we can get nope, sorry, we can at least create. Now we can create, if we just get Shovel, even if we don't power the lab, we can create permanent access to all of the microchips. So that in itself, Shovel will create another permanent you know, point of progress for us. So that's really good. That's really good. Great. So good. Why do I feel like I'm not used to seeing that arrow from the Westgate path there? Does that disappear at some point, or is that always there? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, incredibly useful. Incredibly useful. So I guess now we take our 5 keys and we go back up to Den. All right. By the way, I did remember when I thought about it a little bit after recording before that I think I can just get tunnels simply through lighting the torches. I might have said that yesterday, but I just couldn't remember if I had said that. So there we go. If I hadn't remembered that yesterday, I've remembered it since. So yeah, I think burning glass will be really useful to get in various ways. All right, we gotta do it. Okay, I think it just has to be security then. We just have to waste one of the doors. That's fine. Let's do it. The music just ended. No, it didn't. It did feel like it went quieter though. I thought it was setting up. Yes. This was my first cutscene in game, I think. Probably everybody's. Oh my god, so exciting. Because I still, when we got this, it was like probably day one, I think we got security. And you see this and you're like, what's Simon thinking? What is he? This is some of my favorite music in the game, still to this day, absolutely, absolutely. Mystery is afoot. But it's not just mystery. It's that something important is happening. We are here for something important. Oh, man. Hey, Simon, I normally don't get to see you. Oh, God, I wish I could cut the gem cost of that room. I think I got an upgrade disc waiting for me there. Inner Sanctum key, potentially. Yes. It me. This is probably the only live monitor. Because all of the rest of them, when we upgrade them or we make changes, we don't see any changes, right? I'm not sure. I haven't fully thought about that. The pool never changes, even when we drain it, rather. You know, and I suppose if there are items that appear in any of the rooms, they don't change. I don't think nursery changed when I upgraded it. And yeah, I don't think spare room changed with the upgrade. Yeah. And I don't know if library changes when you put a new book on the table, or even if there's an item in there. But it's interesting because that doesn't look like the card to me. That looks like a book. And we did order a book yesterday. I could imagine that maybe this is one of the monitors that actually does change. The rest I don't know. It would be hard because of how bright it is to see if there actually is a key on the table in Nook or not. Vault obviously isn't pointed towards anything that we change, same as wine cellar. Yeah. So probably the cameras are generally strategically placed so that if there are items in those rooms or not, you don't really, you know, you could imagine that the change in them, the item is not visible. But yeah, pool, it's very, very obvious that pool is not changing. Oh, so cool, so cool. Okay, now we can do something very useful here. First off, I know there is a piece of fruit and it's gonna stay there. This is the hugely useful thing that we can do. So we need to set this to low because we still don't have a key card. Oh no, wait. But no, we should set this to high because we're about to make all of our security doors unlockable. We need to change this to unlocked. I wish I could change that permanently. Brilliant. So offline mode is now unlocked. We will go to utility closet. We will switch the power off. And we are encouraging security doors because they will all be unlocked, and that means they won't be locked doors that require keys. I think that's what we want. Great. Now I don't have to type the password in again, which is excellent. Brilliant. This is going well. Day 2 going well for me. I don't know, how this compares to a typical dare mode experience, but I am personally satisfied that I've had good permanent progress each day so far. This is good. Okay. Not yet. No more. I might as well do... I think I'll probably just keep doing the special order for now. Yeah, and shovel is sort of the main thing that I need to get for big progress, so I'm gonna put that in. Cool. Great, this is going well. So we do need to go back to utility closet. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps and then back, but I think it's worth it. I think why bother drafting forward and, unless we make that change now. So let's do it. This is going well. Don't eat the apple, Rebecca. Don't eat the apple. Apples are poison, unfortunately. This way. There we go. Excellent. So I'm just checking. Yeah, garage is on. Dark room is on. Gym is off. Dark room is the main one where I'm not sure if I need to come back to this room or not, but I guess maybe we'll see. We might get the opportunity to find out. Okay. Great. Encouraging security doors is now good, and hopefully that in some way assists with a lower incidence of locked doors. So we can now go up from den or security. I wonder when foundation is going to offer itself. Maybe I should go, maybe security is not locked. And I could potentially bypass that locked door. Okay. Hello, weight room. Oh, I don't think so. Yeah, look, weight room has the benefit of, if we could manage to get power hammer, we can break down the wall and, get antechamber access. That's important. But it's also, yeah, maybe not today. Maybe not today. I think laboratory, on the other hand, really, really good in this spot. It uses a gem, and I'm not in the greatest spot with gems, but yeah, not the worst. Not the worst. And maybe this terminal here could help us to get gems. So if I am able to draft... what's it called, boiler room from here, that's my two big goals for today achieved. It's asking a lot, and I've only got one redraw die. But I do think there's the thing where mechanical rooms, like, I think they encourage each other, so it's possible. I think the other thing that would encourage it is where we're drafting, right? Because drafting inwards into a wing tends to encourage a lot of 3-door rooms. So I'm kind of a little bit hopeful. It has a 1 gem cost, so we would be good. But if it's not going to be... Let me just take a look. Oh my god, my empty directory. I haven't even discovered most of the rooms. Oh, this is not useful then. What I wanted to look at was... like the other vent... Like both the other mechanical rooms and the rooms that have vents in them. But I can't even do that really easily from here, so... It's okay. I can remember them. All right. So let's see what we can do here. Experiment setup, please. I wonder if we're always going to get offered... Yeah. Well, I don't know, but so far it's a 2 for 2. We might get this offering each time. I like that. Okay. In their way, I still don't really fully understand the usefulness of this, but it might be really good. It probably is, right? That's why it's here. It's probably of great benefit, but I think I'm a bit too early in my dare mode experience to understand the no doubt beauty of this one, right? And maybe it's just for fun. Maybe it's just that as you play dare mode over and over and over again, it's just really cool to add different dares in, right? I don't know. They might be harder. They might be easier. I don't know. But what I'm after is, I think, the other benefits. So Set your dice to 2. I could right now just get myself 1 more. And I could maybe use that to help me power the lab right now. Adding chests to entrance hall is great, but I don't yet have sledgehammer, and I'd be using keys to open them. I don't even have shovel yet, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to dig, and yeah, I don't know how many shop rooms I'm really likely to draft. So as weird as it sounds, I'm a little bit thinking maybe let's just shoot for an immediate benefit and just get another die right now. This is one of the, like ordinarily I would never think of doing an experiment like this, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it. There we go. So we've got 1 extra die from that, but it could be the thing to make all the difference here. If I can manage to draft boiler room on this spot with the things encouraging this that I've been hoping, is it? I wonder if there's, if before I try this, I should try going from den to make, like maybe even finding more dye. That's a possibility. Or what else could help me? Like just getting other rooms out of the way, sure. Thinning my pool, sure. I don't know. I'm kind of tempted just to go for it right now. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay. It's not here yet. But let's otherwise courtyard is a really, really good option. Let's redraw. Okay. I don't have the chronograph to help me here. I'm gonna go for it. No. Alright, then it didn't work. Here's a question for me. It's all dark because we've turned the security doors off, and what's we're at a security door, right? What I hope this doesn't affect the power from boiler room. It doesn't. I'm going to say I'm 97% sure it doesn't. I want to say 100%, but here I am questioning it. Okay. I tried. We didn't get there. Gymnasium does not have vents. I'm pretty sure it's not a vent room. But what I like about it is it gets me both up and down. Like, I don't have any other option for vents, so yeah. Okay. Alright. It's not the best for steps either, but no, it's fine because we've turned gymnasium off. Hey, great. I would have loved to see the shoes in here, but alright. That's good because, we can get through that door. So let's try down here then. Okay, so unfortunately we're not able to power lab today. It's a shame because we've even got security next to lab, which does have vents, but they go into den, which does not have vents, so. Alright, but that's okay. We've already achieved 1 massive, huge, major goal. If anything, probably the better goal, because getting outer room access is huge. It's a huge benefit every single day. Okay. In that case, shall I just... I'm probably... I don't know if I'm going to be doing too many full house days, right? So maybe I should be less worried about wasting spaces and just simply, keep iteming up. So maybe closet is better here. Oh, great. Okay, that'll help with steps even more. A black silk mask. I haven't even looked at that description in ages. A black silk mask. Erindian silk? Okay, we can still go up from den, which is a locked door, but we've got 4 keys. This is not a locked door. Let's see what we get. Here's the other thing. What am I even trying for? We've achieved garage. We've achieved the west path. Huge. We have not achieved laboratory. It's a shame. And we can't now. It's out. So, what else would be good? I think like a lot of, there's still a lot of things that I can do, for example, like in terms of permanent changes I can make that are to do with, let's say, look, allowance tokens, upgrade disk locations, burning glass. Hang on, where could I use burning glass without tomb access? No, I can't. No, so never mind. We could still get boiler room and power reservoir. That's a big one as well. So that's still a possibility for boiler room. But we do need to get pool somewhere to make that happen. But yeah, otherwise getting workshop and being able to maybe do a power hammer, smash some, go and open up the basement, something like that. That's all good. All right. So we'll just kind of keep those general rules, goals in mind. In that case, boudoir, like walk-in closet's a dead end. It's so good though. Like 4 items in this economy, really good. Really good. Secret passage, I could do a gold room, what would I be able to buy with 4 coins? Nothing. Very little. Very little. So I'm honestly, I think I'm just going to go boudoir because it's, it's gaining a gem rather than losing one, and we get steps from it. So that's great. Okay. Onward, keeping in mind we can still go from den. Coat check remains a good option. I probably should be using it. Dining room is good here. Is it worth using one of my 5 gems to rotate dining room? It might be. I've got this blessing. Rumpus room, good because money. That's the other thing with rumpus room. I might be able to spend my way out of problems. What if I see an upgrade disc in commissary? I don't know how much it costs. Maybe I might go rumpus room. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Everything is a guess. Everything is a guess as to how things are going to work out. But hey, Elzara, I'm sorry I'm taking all of this. Oh, greater chance of finding items. Thank you, Elzara. I appreciate it. You're helping. I'm sorry. I will give you some. I'll give you a whole bunch of coins later. Whole bunch of coins. Maybe if we end the day, we can treat ourselves to an Elzara prediction, right? With leftover money. Okay. It's hard not to think that passageway is this is a pretty great spot for passageway. Office is another chance for for opening a safe, getting a gem. So essentially we could think of this room as only having a 1 gem cost. And it's pretty. It could give us money. Money is good. And it's usually pretty decent with item getting. On the other hand, being able to draft easily draft an extra 2 rooms from passageway, pretty good. Pretty good. I don't know. But then there's good old billiard room, which is an opportunity to fail my dare, quite frankly. The real beauty, I've only got 3 keys. It's not much. So any key I get from billiard room is pretty useful. But the gold standard is getting, I don't need key card. I don't need key card in the situation I'm in right now. The gold standard is secret garden key. If I'm able to get secret garden key, we're able to potentially get into antechamber, and or maybe even put secret garden key into coat check is another sort of way of thinking about it. I'm just really sort of considering all of my tactical possibilities, right? But if I were to, let's say I were to get secret garden today, cool, open a couple of antechamber doors, access the basement key. I'm not able to use it unless I'm able to either put it in coat check or manage to power the what's it called, pump room, which I'm a few steps away from because I still don't even have pool. I have a feeling that passageway might make mechanical rooms more likely. I have a gut feel that might be the case. I've certainly often felt that passageway has more locked doors. That's for sure. I've often just felt like I meet a lot of locked doors in passageway, so that's not good. So this is 3 interesting possibilities here. I'm not sure what to go for. I might go office on balance. I don't know. For good or for bad. Let's get our gem. Anything? Oh, yes. Yes, that's right. Upgrade disc as well. I forgot about that. I didn't even have that one written down. It's been so long. Oh my god. Upgrade disc! My first upgrade! Oh, that's so good. That's so good. I didn't have that one written down, did I? No, I did not. I didn't remember, and Kimberly didn't tell me about that one. Okay. Oh, it's been so long since I've done... Goodbye, farewell, fair gates. Now, from memory, this is just 0303, isn't it? Hey. I think this was my first safe. Nice. Yeah. March 3rd. Yep. Denny. Excellent. Okay, that's really good. I'm really happy with this decision. It only cost us 1 gem. Oh my god, so exciting. Which one am I going to get? And which option for billiard room? My goat. Oh, how interesting. Now here's a big question. Do I go for my beloved, always adore it, one of my most important rooms, one of my no doubt most drafted rooms, and most, like, it's almost certainly the room I've called it a day in more than any other, probably by a far margin. Super valuable room to me. I think in general, in playthrough, I can't imagine that I wouldn't pick this a lot. However, here is my first chance to try a different upgrade. And I do have to say that the fact that this one is basic edition probably works with my second Derek edition quite well, right? What does this one do? I've totally forgotten what these options are. I definitely remember speakeasy, like that just stays in my head. I always remembered that one of the options here was speakeasy because it's very cool sounding. It sounds great, you know. As far as like a concept, it's the most interesting one. But I am so happy that I went with this one. This was a huge, huge boon to my main playthrough. Zero regrets. I love Break Room. But conceptually, I love the sound of speakeasy. Pool Hall adds Great Hall, Foyer, and Secret Passage to today's draft pool. Do you mean a second one, or do you mean... second ones? Because they're all already in the pool, aren't they? I mean, I don't think I particularly have trouble getting these rooms on any given day. And obviously this is the one that changes it into, like these two, it remains a blue room. This is the one that changes it into a hallway. I think this is the one. I think this is the one of the hour. It is the perfect, like, there probably couldn't have been a better upgrade option for the day I receive a dare about not making a mistake in billiard room, right? I think we go speakeasy. Done. It's actually just occurring to me that it's called speakeasy, which I think is part of the actual reason in real life why they're called that, right? Like a place where you can say things you can't say in other places. It does make me think, like, what am I going to find in there lore-wise? I think, like, one of the remos said that you could find out that Bridget was involved in the moonshine shenanigans through one of the other break room upgrades. It's probably, I could imagine it being this one for that very reason. So exciting. My first upgrade. Okay, I actually get to write down office on my little list here that I wrote just before recording. But now I've got it. So, we want to spread gold in the estate. Yep, absolute. Sure. I don't think I can count on getting, conference room necessarily. So, yeah, great. And I have no reason to run payroll, unfortunately. As good as it would be. Okay, just had to pause for a second. Oh, things are going well. Things are going well today. Huge thing achieved. Garage achieved. First upgrade disc. I'm so pleased. I'm so excited about seeing my speakeasy. But I would also really like to be able to get more green hang on. To be able to get a single green. I haven't had a green room yet. I would love to get a green room. I'd like to maximize my chances of getting shovel today. A commissary could also do it. I mean, I've got 12 coins. I want to go and be able to dig my my microchip so that I just have it ready and accessible every day. Yeah, we haven't even had workshop yet. We got to do it. We got to do what we got to do. God, lockpick kit would be good. Oh, hey, I was just speaking of you guys. So courtyard could be a shot at getting shovel. But commissary, I have special ordered it. So it's probably, I think there's a good chance it's in the commissary, but I think it's not certain because it says it might take like 1 or 2 days for the special order to come in, right? This is a bit of a gamble. Courtyard has an exit pattern that I would love on this spot. Both of them have a 1 gem cost. Commissary could have an upgrade disc in it. Though, would I be able to afford it if it did? I don't know. And also, let's say it had shovel. Which one would I take? So 2 really good options. What I kind of like about Courtyard is that it gives me just more easy drafting option to get commissary. I think I might go Courtyard here. I'm going to try and maximize. No chest. Oh, that's a... shovel. I feel like when I get shovel in here, it's not normally sticking out of the ground like this. I think it's normally here or here. So obviously this is not my upgraded courtyard anymore. I've got to kind of keep that in mind. We get what? 2 dig spots? It's not very much. A charming spot granting guests a bit of fresh air and open skies within the privacy of the manor walls. Okay. Yep, lovely. Really like it. Great room. So, okay, that's great. We do still have 2 keys for locked doors. I now have shovel. I think there's very little chance of us being able to get a fancy shovel, so let's just dig. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Great. So, this is wonderful. As long as we maintain the steps to get back outside, which is a thing I have to think about because I'm already on rank 7, we can take this shovel down and dig next to the bridge, and then that's just available microchip for whenever we manage to power the lab, which is not today. Okay, that's a really good. In that case, let's go. No jam? No jam, really? Let's go from here. Now, I don't really think antechamber access is a big consideration here, so let's maybe not bother. I could always put music room here and simply... how would that work? No, it... What I was going to say is... I could put music room here and just, like, wait a long time to get the inner sanctum key in here. But actually, that's got to be when you draft it, right? It's got to be when drafted quite late, of course. It wouldn't work any other way, and that's literally what it says. That's literally what it says in the card. So that's no use. I don't know how late it is. I managed to get it by pure luck without even knowing that I was trying to do it. Because I have very long days. So music room would not get us the inner sanctum key, I'm pretty sure right now. Kitchen, obviously good. It gets us around the corner into some more drafting possibilities, though it eats up a gem. But then again, if I put planetarium here, there's nothing I'm going to get from it. Yeah. It kind of sucks. Well, look, if nothing else, I've got the shovel, and we can go and liberate. Yeah, if our day ends, that's okay. If our possibilities disappear, that's okay. We can go and liberate the microchip, and that's another enormous thing today towards getting throne room. So let's just see how we go. 1 gem is not good. I can't even get ballroom. Ballroom actually is now quite a useful room to me, but I can't even get it. So let's go dining room. I'm not ready to freeze my accounts. No, thank you. Although it'd be nice to take this amount of money into tomorrow. That's for sure. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's just see what else we can make. Yeah. So Joya is not a possibility. We can't make Joya happen. It's Joya, you got to get after room 46. Okay. I don't want to use up my 1 single gem. I don't think it's worth it, so I think I'm going to plonk dark room here. This is a chance for us to see... Yeah, I'm not even going to bother turning it around. I'm just going to put dark room here. It does turn off. So you do... That's kind of my memory, is that you do need to go to utility closet. Lame. It could even have a gem or a nice item. Is it worth the steps? I don't know if it is. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I can eat the thing in the dining room just by stepping into kitchen, so that's that. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 steps to get to utility closet. 28 steps to get there and back. That's really sucky. But what I could do is I could step into kitchen, eat the food in the dining room, like on the way back even. And I could go down to turn darkroom on. Also step outside, go and use the shovel so that that's just done. You know, if we run out of steps at some point, that... I think I'm kind of into this idea now that I say it. Yep, okay. I'm gonna do that. I think we step into here. I might as well check out what's on offer. I don't know if I want to showroom. I'm not getting those additional 10 steps. It's not happening. I don't know if I want to spend my money. Also, I cannot buy a banana, but I could buy a club sandwich or a tomato soup. I have no red rooms, maybe? I don't think I have any. So club sandwich, but that's most of my money. It's most of my money. Yeah, kitchen is one of the dangerous rooms for me because I often just buy bananas quickly. Yeah, okay. I think that even though I'm using steps to do this, I'm gonna try this. I think using this shovel is one of the most useful things I can do for an important, critical, permanent change that will, you know, mean I don't necessarily even need shovel in the next however many days. I've got to keep in mind that there could be money around the place as well in the previous rooms we drafted, so because it's just going to be around the place, isn't it? There we go. Okay, that's good. That's very good. That's a nice amount. This all remains off. I just want to have a look. Do you have any money? I don't think so. I don't think that's worth it. We did the little squeak. Money? Money for me? I don't think so. Cash for Simon. He's been a good boy. He's playing in his second dimension now. He he found the Blue Testament of Arve in the other one. He's very good. Okay. Well, we could... This is locked, isn't it? I don't know. No, look, let's keep going down. Let's just come back in and see what we can make of the rest of the day. All right, more cash. Good. Every single coin counts for Simon these days. I'm trying to remember all of the places in the rooms where these things appear. Money? Money, please. So, okay. So here we're next to utility closet. We've got a good 40 step. Ah, great. Thank you, utility closet. We do have to turn the dark room on again, which sucks. Why doesn't it? It doesn't work this way with the others. Damn it, dark room. Dark room just switches off automatically. Sucks that of all of the rooms, that was the one that was the furthest away. There could be money in there, but I don't know. I can't see it. Okay. All right. Well, it is actually quite late. Maybe the music room thing does work from now. I don't know. I don't know. When it says... I don't know how late it needs to be drafted to get the Inner Sanctum key. It's not as... Here's the thing. It's not as if I can use it now anyway. It would just be... it would just be making it available. What have I done? That is... Rebecca, no, you're going here, you fool. I just wasted steps. That's fine. It's okay. Yay! Microchip! A small data microchip buried in an old jar. Looks like it might be able to be plugged in somewhere. Quite a few places, actually. Excellent. Okay. Now, does it help me to go through garage? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I could, I think I can get steps from these rooms, because it's the first time you enter each bedroom. I didn't have the sleep mask when I came into these rooms before, right? I should have gone into guest bedroom in hindsight. But I could get 5 steps from this, except ultimately that would just be the steps I would be using to get back to entrance hall anyway. So I don't think it really works out. I guess the problem is I'm going to have to take, like, I'm going to have to take 2 steps from where I am to get into entrance hall. To get up to garage from where I am, I actually don't know if that requires a step to get, yeah. I don't know. In the end, it's such a small difference. I don't, it might be worth it, but I can't really, I'm not sure enough to be sure that it's worth it. So I'm just going to do this. Okay. I guess the other benefit would have been going through those rooms just to get the money, wouldn't it? Like the potential for money in those rooms. Ah, well, I've made my choice. I've made my bed. It's this one. All right. No money. Okay, so we just go back up now. Now, 2 keys. Do I want to use one here from Den? Dunno, to be honest, because I'm not sure if this is locked, and I'm not sure if this is locked. And I might be able to bypass this. Yeah, so I think I'm going to cruise past, actually. Dunno. I mean, I really struggled with keys yesterday, so I am afraid. I'm afraid. Up we go. I am so glad to have the light off in gym. That makes a big difference. Excellent, excellent. Office turned out to be a really good choice. I'm really pleased with it. I think I'm going to draft down because, you know, downward, like, low. Ah, battery pack. I don't need the jackhammer, you know? As good as it is, I don't need it for any really important permanent things I can think of. It would be most useful for power hammer, and I don't have any of the other pieces. But let's take it anyway. Of course, let's take it. There's no... Who are you? Why? Why is this here? This is one of my earliest mysteries. What's going on? You know, what story is being told with this photo? Multiple copies of this photo. These 2 women looking suspicious. And now I'm like, oh, that's just Bridget and someone. No, you know, look, there might still be stuff to it. I thought this was Mary for a while. Then Clara for a very long while. I thought it was Mary, like, drafting a book, you know? I thought that was what was going on. Cool. Okay. So let's see what we can do from here. Oh, great, it's not locked. So that's excellent. That's a help. Speakeasy. Well, oh, I really want to see it. I don't want to spend 1 gem to turn it around. Yeah, okay. Look, I can draft from dining room as well. I really want to see it, but it does take me to the same place Den takes me. And the thing is, I'm a little bit afraid of it because of my dare condition. And I've already set so much up that I really don't want to screw this up. Like, I feel like I've had a good 2 days. I'm a bit, even though it's the whole thing is basic edition, I'm scared. I'm a scare, everybody. Like, why even tempt fate? You know what I mean? Why even tempt fate? The thing that sucks about Bunk Room is it most commonly gives me 2 bananas, and I can't make use of 2 bananas. 2 of anything else would be great, but 2 bananas would be crappy. Keys would be great, but I don't want to use 1 gem to do it. Maybe I just put Speakeasy here just to see it. But we actually don't do... Unless I have a reason to risk doing... Hey... Of course. There's just a lot more drinking going on here. Ah! The mice will play. Well, well, well. And it's in the same handwriting. Huh. Ah ha 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 ha. Oh ha 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 ha. This was already so worth it. Hang on. I just need to have a little bit of a look. What else has changed? Secret message. Secret message. So this is sort of... Is this their little radio then? It's just their... Well, I say little, giant radio for music, for good fun times. There is indeed basic edition. Look, I'm going to have no trouble doing this math. It's just, as I said, it's just tempting fate. It's just the risk of even a misclick is scary. Yes, this was a good choice. This was a good choice. Is that different? I don't know. I'm looking for differences. Anything under there? So just more drinking, music, and whatever this is. This is probably the one, right? This was the one heralded in the Remos. Bridget from Christoph. I have received word that the Baron has decided to end his residency in Trinsdale. He did a residency in Trinsdale, eh? Huh. Fabulous. New Herbert law. And will be returning home next week. You have done an amazing job running the bar over the last few months, and it is sad that it is coming to an end. Denny has found a buyer who will likely pay more than the penniless staff here on the estate. Ah. So I expect our financial situation will remain stable despite this turn of event. Okay. All right. This is kind of, so there's a lot here. So they were running this speakeasy here and actually making money from it. This was a money-making exercise for them. Okay. If you can persuade Kirk to change the floor plan back to the billiard room, wow, this weekend, our tracks should be covered. And if you need more gems to pay him off, Denny has you covered. Oh, that's so interesting. I mean, Denny can grow gems. So I think that's the implication there. He's certainly not a wealthy man. He's kind of as desperate for money as the rest of them. The penniless staff here. I mean, it's really interesting, right? Because it really does seem to be the whole thing that in general, the staff are not well paid. And if you look at the way that this is run, apart from so there's kind of like 2 experiences that you have playing this, I think a lot of people. One is just literally the way that the house is run, the way that the staff are organized, and the things that we learn about their working conditions. Not the worst, but not really not really great. You know, it does feel like they don't earn enough to be sort of happy and satisfied. I don't know. Let's say it's on the line. You know, in a lot of ways, it seems like there's actually an enormous amount of staff loyalty here. People really, you know, generally stay in their jobs for a long time. I don't know. You know, let's say complex. There's complex signs in different directions about that. I mean, Anne herself said that we probably should be paying our staff more after the whole Denny saga. Even though Denny's thing was not just about money. I think Denny had a range of grievances, and one of them really truly was the slap in the face of the gems. That was something that was important to him, and it set him off. But probably it set him off more easily because of the foundation of also, you know, not having as much money as he wanted. Here, Christoph also says the point, you know, just the phrase, using the phrase, the penniless staff, it's a point of contention. You know, they're trying to make extra money here doing running an underground, in a sense, let's say, speakeasy. It's very interesting that Kirk is not with them, but they do seem confident that Kirk will, you know, will be able to be bought off. Maybe because they've paid him off before. But at the same time, that doesn't make him one of them. It's a very interesting power dynamic here. I'm just going to do one last check because I was talking a lot while I said that, but I don't think that there's anything else written here. Oh man, oh god, I love finding a new letter. This was the correct decision. This is so good. I gotta take a photo for my records. Brand new letter. And we don't have a huge amount of information on Christoph. It's very, very interesting to hear from them. I don't even know what their last name is, except that it begins with a T, which I learned through my break room. I can never remember even to call the original like billiard room. It's break room to me. It's just become break room. That is so excellent. That is so excellent. And the fact that this is amazing. They have decided that their speakeasy is called The Mice Will Play. Now, this is so interesting for a couple of reasons. One is that I finally have an answer as to what The Mice Will Play is, which was always something I wondered from my break room. I didn't know if it was a bar, you know, it could have been a bar from their past, from a particular person's past. It could have been something in Reddington or anywhere, right? A bar. But no, it's a bar here. It's a temporary speakeasy, an underground speakeasy created by the sneaky group of staff. And what's extra interesting about that is that it tells me that this came... it tells me that at least in one version of timelines, in the time-space dimension that any given break room exists in, that speakeasy came before break room. So speakeasy break room has always at some point been preceded by speakeasy because it's referenced. The Mice Will Play is referenced fondly. Now, I know what Bridget's handwriting... Here's the other interesting thing is I know what Bridget's handwriting is, and it's not this. Unless, you know, the reality is that a person can have different kinds of handwriting. Of course they can. You know, that's... especially when it comes to, you know, the difference between writing in all caps and... all caps. You know what I mean, though. So I'm inclined to say, like, I had a list of potential candidates for who wrote the message in Break Room about The Mice Will Play. And it was a few people that it could have been because I didn't have their handwriting down. I think I think this is Christoph. That would be my guess. That Christoph and Bridget are the main two that are associated with this. There might be others, but it's at least those two that are running this. And I reckon Christoph has enough ownership over this idea. You know, Bridget ran it for like a month or whatever. A month? A couple of months? Last few months, yeah. But I reckon, you know, Christoph is a big part of the creation of all of this, a big part of the planning of it all. Christoph also has probably money troubles. Like, we always knew that Denny was kind of, is blackmailing the right word? Yeah, Denny was blackmailing Christoph because that the note that we find in the back room of the trading post, I think, implies that. But I never knew how, like with what. You know, what is the thing that Denny is holding over Christoph? I guess it could be even this. It could be that Christoph did this. It could also be simply that Christoph has money troubles in general and is, you know, yeah, I don't know. And it's related to that. I would say, I don't know, but I think there's a decent chance that this is Christoph's handwriting. I'll take another look afterwards, but I think that's the same handwriting that the break room mice will play thing is. Yeah. I won't bother checking now. So we might as well see if this is... Yep, all right, great. So that's a key I don't have to use from Den now. Now, this is probably... this is one hell of a risk, putting walk-in closet here, but I feel pretty good that one of the items could be a gem. Maybe even two of them, and it's a good place for a walk-in closet, right? I'm going to risk it. You know, we've already yes, we've already achieved so much today. So let's say, I haven't seen a safe deposit. I was going to call it a vault key. A safe deposit key. I haven't seen one in so long. Do you know what? I'm literally thinking, I don't think these things did turn around when I was playing, and I wonder if that's an update to the game at some point. I could be completely misremembering, and I'm just straight up going to ask you guys. Like, I was surprised recently to see the power hammer turning around, spinning, and I'm surprised right now to see the deposit key spinning. Was it always that way? Or is that to do with an update that occurred at some point? So please let me know in the comments. I'm very happy to get an answer to that one. Lovely. Well, that's excellent. So 2 gems now, even though I had to spend a gem to get in here. The vault key is not going to be useful, obviously, unless I get vault, but or if I'm able to put the vault key into a coat check. That's kind of cool, because that's what I used to do, right? Hey, Clara. Hey, girl. Oh, man. Just... I really like her. I want to know more about her. I want to know more about her, and I want to know more about Simon so much. Okay. All right, that was really good. Oh, by the way, I haven't checked the description for Speakeasy. Hang on. What? I don't know why it's not letting me click on it in that normal way. There we go. When you walk into a bar and see bootleg jugs and darts, it's easy enough to add 2 and 2 together. I mean, yes, that's the idea, and hopefully it should be. However, look, as crazy as it might seem to you, I'm just going to keep in mind that I can go back there to get a key from it. I'm just going to see what other things I can make happen without... Okay, that's locked, but I'm going to have there's no other way for me to get into this section, so let's just use it. We've had a really, really good day already. I cannot fault this day. Observatory is not going to get me a gem. It's only going to get me another star, which I think will get me... no, it'll be... if it's 2 stars, then it will get me the trunks, actually. It'll get me the 2 trunks in the entrance hall, which I can't even open at the moment. So it's good, though. A star upgrade is a star upgrade. That's a permanent change. Terrace gives us the benefit of green rooms not costing gems to draft, and it might give us other things. I'm going to go observatory because we can draft something else after this. That's my thinking. At least we can go straight in here now. Excellent. Okay, well that's something. It's something. I've only got 15 steps too. It's like old days. Now that's my last key. But I mean, the only other place I can draft from is kitchen. And like, I don't have enough steps to really go back and forth. So maybe we just... I mean, I can go to speakeasy if I really feel like I want to try for another key, right? Ooh! I cannot buy anything from showroom, and I also can't draft it because it's too expensive, so I can't do any drafting from library. We gotta go Ladyship's Chamber then. Ah, man. I just drafted walk-in closet. Damn, I could have gained... Oh, well, look, it had to happen, right? But it's just exciting to think I could have gained... So I can still gain 10 steps from... Oh, no, it's enter. Sorry, it's not draft, it's enter. I can get 10 steps from boudoir, and I can get 3 gems from walk-in closet. That's so good. Thank you, Clara. I love you. I'm sorry if that's a bit much. Well, it's not really, because you're my grandma. So it's fine. I love you, Grandma. Yes, I love you, Grandma. Thank you for this gift. I'm so pleased. 2 upgrade discs. I haven't had the excitement of finding upgrade discs in a long while. Thank you, Simon, as well. Thank you. Thanks, Grandma and Grandpa. I really appreciate it. Yeah, let's just look at this for fun. Oh, great. I've lingered long enough for the beautiful music to come in. Okay, no telescope though. That's what I was also hoping for, but it doesn't matter. The upgrade disc is amazing. Okay, so what we can do, all right. The great thing is we just got a bunch of steps from that as well, being a bedroom. And we've got to remember that the running shoes is also helping us with steps. So let us go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into walk-in closet. It's super worth it for the gems. Super worth it. So excellent. So excellent. Oh my God. Thank you, Grandma. The gifts just keep on coming. Amazing. All right. Not a good amount of steps though. And of course, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps to get to boudoir, which would get me 10 steps, and then it would just be like I would have a net couple of steps to get back to kitchen. The good thing is I've got to go put this I've got to go and put this upgrade disc into office. I'm just thinking, do I go to kitchen now and draft from here? Or should I think even for the couple of steps, it's worth it. I don't think there's any real reason I need to go back through the house. So I think it's worth it to actually go to boudoir, get the 10 steps. Yeah, and then go up to kitchen. We're probably very, very close to the end of our day anyway. So squeezing a little bit of extra out of it is all good. And maybe the running shoes will save us some steps anyway. Second upgrade, everybody! I didn't even expect necessarily to get 1. Oh, a bunk room upgrade. Okay. Now, from memory, yeah, like I took the hallway upgrade, which I will not do this time. It's time to try something different. I almost never used it anyway. I think absolutely. I think the reason I originally chose this though, and I think my original reasoning was sort of sound. It was because I have many upgrades or many rooms that help me with gems and help me with money, but I had relatively few that helped me with keys. So I think that was my reasoning for going with this. But it so rarely happened. It probably will be the same case with either of these anyway. God, double your gems is so good though, isn't it? It's so good. Double your money is also so good. Either one is extremely good in this particular run, right? And I don't know, it's very easy to imagine being in a situation where I have 2 green rooms or 2 shops. I don't know. I don't know. I think I might go double my gems. Yep, let's give it a go. I'm not really necessarily expecting there's any change in the room itself, but I suppose we'll see. Cool, okay. Just make sure I'm going the right way. Rumpus room boudoir. Hey, Elzara, it's me again. Nothing new. Step. Okay. Great. Now let's wander back. By the way, I didn't look at it, but like the okay, there is the opportunity to spend money on the club sandwich. I got 24. I'm just going to keep it in mind. Let's see what we draft, because I don't know. Let's see. All right. No keys, which sucks. Yep. All right. So all right. So that means my only chance of going forward, I could just leave it as is. We could go back. The only chance is to go back to Speakeasy and try the math. Just the math is not going to be a problem. It's just the scariness of tempting fate and ruining my dare. When really, what am I doing going forward? It's really just about like boiler powering the reservoir could be an excellent outcome. Let's just do it. Let's do the scary thing. And I can always buy the club sandwich. Yep, okay. Let's do it. Oh, man. Oh, please let me do this without error, because I'm so well set up. I'm not even going to click first. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I know this is easy mathematics right here. I'm just scared. I've got to be careful. 10 plus 4. It's 14. Yes, I have my calculator ready just to double check. I'm more scared of a misclick than anything. 10 plus 4. It's 14. Oh my god. And it hasn't solved my problem at all. I've never, ever been disappointed to get the key card. Ever. Okay. Alright. Okay. Well, there's nothing else I can do. I'm just double checking. There's no other drafting I can do. That's the end of the day. There's no other possibility for a key. That's the, yeah, okay. That's the end of our day. All right. I'm just trying to run my mind past things. Yeah, there's no, No, I've got key card. I've got a vault key. I can't even potentially draft coat check to put them in, but that's okay. This has been a really, really, really great day. Really great day. Okay. So I think that the only thing I can do... I'm just running this past my mind. I think the only thing I can do then is to call it a day in a room that might potentially do something interesting. Nursery, hang on, nursery does do something. Nursery does do something because that's actually in the diary. Let me look up what that is. Okay, no, I just checked. The one, nursery is not one that's listed in the diary, it's the guest bedroom, which is the one I called it a day in yesterday, and specifically the diary says, does nothing. So that's why nothing happened this morning. I'm so sure that I have tried boudoir, probably several times before and nothing has happened, so I don't have a lot of confidence. But Ladyship's chamber, of course, is in the diary. It's the very first one that she talks about, because she talks about having trouble sleeping in her own room. What she says, though, is that the next day she has 10 fewer steps, but she gains a star. I don't know if, given my whole fruit issue with the dares and God knows what extra dare I'm going to have tomorrow, I don't know if losing the 10 steps is worth an extra star in the sky. Like, of course, more stars is super good in observatory and it gets better and better. Yeah, I don't know. It would mean starting tomorrow with 60 rather than 70, and I've just gained the ability to have 70. I don't know, but maybe, maybe more stars is at least something. I don't know. We managed to cobble together a pretty good step situation today, but tomorrow might be bad. Tomorrow might be a worse one. I've ended up with a vault key I can't use, which is a shame. I could go and buy food in the kitchen, but it's not going to do anything for me. I think here's one nice thing we can do to cap off our day, which is I've got all of this money I can't do anything with. I wish I had forgotten a dig spot in here. No. Secret key? Just a key here? There was a key here recently in another dimension. Look, I actually didn't really check the kitchen properly. I really didn't. I did my thing of rushing in here. I'm just gonna buy a club sandwich. No fruit in this? There better not be. There better not be. I'm gonna buy that club sandwich. Okay, great. Please? No. Okay. Alright. No key. What I'm gonna do... Key. Did I miss a key? What if I missed a key? Hey, this is here now. No key. Okay. This might seem... I don't know, maybe this is a little bit excessive, but I have enough steps for this. I'm going to step into security and just check the inventory. No keys. Okay, but there's a few coins around the place. There are 2 trunks, but I can't open them. Yep. All right, so that's that. At least that confirms it for me. There's no worries. Into boudoir and rumpus room. Let's finish. We've got money to spare. Here you go, my friend. God, it's so good.
And as it was foretold,
My buddy!
I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara.
It's where I love to be.
And I suspect you wish me to look into your future.
You know what I love.
The image is becoming clear.
Great. Wow.
I see
We know so much now. There's so much.
a boy standing on a shore of white sand. He is looking for something. Something he was told.
I'm just staring at all of these. So it's, you know, like vases and candelabra, knights.
I see a black cat tied to a red flag.
That was just me remembering there is a cat in this game. It's there.
But
The black
flag
cat.
does not stir. I see a door marked by a rogue moon. A door that is always locked, yet has no key. It is the door you have been searching for, yet will not find. A lost room beyond the dark waters.
Now, you guys know.
What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Whoa. Isn't he the best? Isn't he the best? I love it. Thank you, Alzara. That was the best use of my money today. So you guys know my whole thing is that I now think all of these premonitions or whatever you want to call them are meant for Herbert. I think these are the premonitions that have, you know, that were originally told to Herbert. We're just seeing a repeat of them. I guess my best interpretation of the visuals is that Simon is interpreting, and this is his visualization of what he's hearing, and that's why he's imagining himself in as being the subject of these premonitions. So at least with this first one, I still think like all of the basic ways that I would interpret it are the same. You know, the black cat is Herbert himself. He's tied to the red flag because he doesn't openly resist the, you know, the red state. The red state doesn't stir. He's searching. Now, here's the interesting thing. You know, of course, my original interpretation of this was that I am searching for room 46. And even back then, I thought, I think I'm looking for maybe an even secreter room 46, which turned out to be true, sort of. But if you imagine that this is meant for Herbert, it works perfectly because that is, like, first off, that room 46 has the different rogue moon on it. That always bugged me so much because it's the opposite way around on this house's room 46. To be honest, right now I can't remember how it is in the blue room 46, but nevertheless, putting that aside, Herbert never found, I think, you know, we're reasonably safe to assume, I don't think since he last wrote about it, he probably never found the blue room 46. So Alzara saying you will never find it makes perfect sense if you interpret it as being Herbert. You know, if it's the blue room 46 that Herbert never found. But I found it. I found it for you. For all of us. Okay. I don't know if it's a bit silly, but I suppose I'm just thinking of taking the opportunity of calling it a day in Ladyship's chamber. Oh, wrong way. Just wasting my steps, but that's okay. And getting that extra star, and you know what? I don't know. We'll just live with the consequences. And it's a beautiful room, so this just also kind of just feels nice. Let's go over here, near Simon, near great-grandparents that I have, you know, little to no real feelings about. Beautiful. And let's call it a day. It's all I can think of doing, everybody. So we'll call it. All right. I'd say that was a very, very successful Dare Day 2. Hey. What? ladyship's manor. Oh my goodness. Oh, I almost got a tear in my eyes. I've never seen this one. Huh. Even though I'm so sure I've had days where I've had all 3 of these rooms before, but they must have been days that got overshadowed by other house types. Wow. I don't know. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. I'm going to have a look through. I'll have a look through my days, but I feel so sure that I've never had Her Ladyship's Manor, and I feel so sure I've never seen the Clara items in the corner there. Wow. Oh, what a gift. What a gift. I'm so thrilled. Okay, that's a beautiful end to this day. I'm super happy with it. West Path achieved. That's the really big one. But also 2 upgrades. New room that had a new letter in it. Possibly, you know, like a lot of interesting new lore about the characters. Maybe even, you know, high suggestion about who a particular piece of handwriting belongs to. You know, the extra stars. We got to see Alsara. Yeah, really, really good. And also, of course, yeah, being able to dig up the like hugely critical. Being able to dig up the microchip in the West Path. This has been excellent. This is excellent. I'm very happy with this day. Thank you so much for coming along with me. I'm really pumped for day 3. I hope you've enjoyed this. I am having such a great time. I love dare mode. I love it. I love it. So interested to see how difficult tomorrow is going to be. Okay. Thank you so much for watching and take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.